So here it is. It's Deep Cut Studios Urban Ruins mouse mat style, construction mat, and it's a 3x3 for my games of whichever games I decide to play. But it comes in this little bag like so, which is kind of cool, you know, it keeps it nice and protected. Would I rather it in a tube? I personally probably would rather it in the tube, but there you go. Beggars can't be choosers, so let's have a look. So it opens up with these poppers here, and then we'll drag him out, like so. And let's roll it out. So this is the first time rolling, so we'll see whether it curls up in the corners, etc. I'll give it a little brush down, like so. Make sure I lay it down flat. So that's what it looks like laid out, and as you can see, it's a lovely looking mat. It's not shiny at all, doesn't reflect anything, and there's plenty of different textures and colours in the actual mat. There's some lovely details in it, which I'll show you up close now in a minute. But first things to be said is, in the corners, it hasn't at all curled up at all. As I move you over, just so you can have a look, as you can see, they're lying down flat first time straight out of the bag, so that is good. And we don't have to worry too much about that. So yeah, it's lovely feeling stuff. It looks like it's decent quality. I think I said it was 3mm thick, so it's nice and thick. It is everything you'd want really from a mat. So yeah, so why most people want to go for neoprene mouse mats are, of course, the nice sound cancelling of shaking dice on it, like so. So as you can see, it dulls the sound quite a lot, as opposed to shaking it on wood, where it becomes quite deafening. It's quite nice to shake them on the mouse mat style. So yeah, that's lovely. It does muffle the sound. It's really nice feeling, and I must admit, I really do think that as a textured thing, it feels nice to touch, and you do want to just run your hands over it. So that it's definitely got a plus. It seems printed extremely well. Like, the details on it are lovely, really nice details. And I'll take you in now for a closer look. So here's some up close recordings of it. So here's some dice for scale. That's a standard size D20. And as you can see, there's some lovely detail, like some beams and such by here. And then there's occasional splash of colour, the oranges, which look really nice and stand out nicely. And then we've got some exposed pipe work, which looks really nice. And like, the whole colour palette is really tastefully picked and really does give an urban war zone look, and it'll tie in with a lot of different scenery that you might already have. Like you see, there's these splashes of orange, and I quite like that. It does stand out a bit. It makes it not quite so monotone, which is nice. And then we got some sort of structure that used to be here. There you go. Sort of stands up by there maybe a little bit. Like I said, it's all really muted, really nice colouring, and unless you really look down close, you don't see a lot of the detail. It's just, you know, it's very subtly done and really nicely done. I'm a big fan. I think this is really nice. It's a really nice picture they picked, or whatever, however they do it. Computer, I'm guessing. And it really, it's going to be a nice background to play on. So my general thoughts on this is it's really nicely made. I think it's going to last for years. and yeah, it doesn't feel cheap at all. It wasn't a cheap mat. I can't say that it was a cheap mat at all, but it does seem comparable with other mats of a similar construction, etc. It was 20. Hang on. No, it was £31.40 when I bought it. That was with conversion, etc. But the only thing I did get a little bit stung on, and it wasn't their fault, it was my fault purely because I didn't work it out and I didn't think about it. These mats ship from Lithuania. So with postage, I actually ended up paying £44. So it was £31.40 to buy, and it was £44 once I paid for postage and whatever, maybe taxes, I'm not sure. So yeah, that it felt like a lot of money to be charged for postage, but seeing that it came from such far away, I can't really blame them for that, to be honest. And I wouldn't be surprised that is the postage for this sort of thing. But yeah, just watch out for your postage on these sort of items, because you might be you might feel the sting a little bit when you actually get billed for them. But again, that's purely my own fault, because I should have checked that before I hit to buy. But there you go. So this is the 3mm 3x3 Deep Cut Studio Urban Ruins mouse mat style mat.